There is absolutely no nobility in poverty. None. It's not noble. It's not admirable. It's none of those things. I'm tired of being broke. I'm sick of this shit. And if you're watching this and you're poor, you should be sick of it too. And if you're not sick of it, shame on you. If you're not tired of being poor, if you're not tired of living paycheck to paycheck, if you're not tired of living off of ratchets and fast food, shame on you. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. There's no nobility in this shit. It's not admirable. It's not noble. It's not heroic. None of it. People say that money doesn't equal happiness. I disagree. I disagree. I'm so sick of hearing that. The only people who talk like that are trust fund babies and poor people. The rest of us don't talk like that. If you don't think that money equals happiness, you don't know where the fuck to shop. Because without money, you can't do anything. Is it sad? Yes. Of course it's sad. It's sad that money rules this world, but it does. And people say money, oh, well, money doesn't equal happiness. It can't guarantee happiness. Let me tell you something. Money buys freedom, and freedom buys happiness. Anybody who's watching this right now and is going to try to claim that they don't want to be free, you're lying to yourself. You are 100% lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to the people around you. And that's fucked up. And I don't see a lot of nobility in that. So, I've decided that I'm not going to stay like this because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Being broke is a choice. Being broke in 2024 is 100% a choice. We have the internet now. There are plenty of ways to make money. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's not going to take a whole bunch of work. I'm not saying it's going to happen quickly. But what you have to understand is that there's no excuse. If you're broke and all you want to do is sit around and complain about it, guess what? You're choosing to be broke. But if you wake up one day and you say, you know what? I'm finally tired of this. And you start taking action and you start doing something about it, then, you've taken action. But being broke and staying broke is 100% a choice. It's 100% a decision. We got to lock in this year, baby. We got to lock in this year. We really got to take advantage of time because it's not always in our favor. I want to get to a point where I can walk into any department store and just buy whatever I want. That's what I want to get to. I want to get to a point where if I want to travel somewhere, I can just hop on a plane and I can just go. See, some of you guys who are watching this right now have never been poor. I've been poor. And when I say broke, I mean broke. I'm talking negative money in my account. I'm talking no money, none. Living paycheck to paycheck is a terrible feeling because once all your bills are paid, once all your groceries are bought, and once you have gas in your car, you don't have any money to spend for yourself. And if you do, you have very little. It's no way to live. As men, we are natural protectors and providers. And when we feel that we don't have anything to provide and that we can't protect because we have no money, it's a horrible feeling. I'm telling you, dude, it's a horrible feeling to know that you can't go out on a Saturday night because you don't have the money. To know that you can't go out and buy nice clothes because you don't have the money. To know that you can't take a girl out on a nice date and buy her a nice dinner and buy her dessert. And for those of you who are watching this right now and you think that I'm being, superficial or materialistic or whatever, I'm just living within the confines of reality. And you can get mad about it and you can get upset or you can just accept the fact. It's okay to be broke, but it's not okay to stay like that. I'm not saying you have to make 6 figures a year. I'm not saying you have to be ridiculously wealthy, but god damn it, you gotta have something. You can't be okay with just being on the struggle bus, homie. You can't. And so I say that to say this year, bro, we gotta focus. We gotta lock in. We gotta lock in on our goals and what we're trying to accomplish and what it is that we really want to achieve. And I'm done. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of owing people money. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of not being able to go anywhere or spend any money on anything because I don't have shit. I'm sick of it. It's one day at a time. We got to focus on one day at a time because what we do today will set us up for the rest of our life. And what we do tomorrow and the next day and the day after that 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 and the day after that, that's what's going to determine our success. But we have to be consistent. It's got to be, dead broke though. Broke as shit though. And then one day, boom. That's what's going to happen. And I get it, bro. I'm on the struggle bus with y'all. But one day, as we keep learning and we keep growing and we keep pushing and we keep moving the needle, we will get there. We will get there, but we got to be consistent and we got to just not fucking quit. We got to not give up. See, some of y'all have given up on life, and I'm here to tell you that that's not acceptable. Crying is acceptable. Bleeding is acceptable. Crawling is acceptable. Being in pain is acceptable. Screaming is acceptable. Being angry is acceptable. Getting upset is acceptable. You know what's not acceptable? Quitting. Quitting is unacceptable. Not taking action is unacceptable. You can decide at any point that you want to be better than the person that you were yesterday. There's nothing you did Monday that you can't correct on Tuesday. Nothing. We got to focus and we got to lock in and we got to really take this shit seriously. Because this is your whole fucking life at stake. Let me ask you something. I have a genuine question for all of you watching this. Do you honestly believe that in 10 years that the world is going to be a better place? Think about that question. Because if you believe that, I'm sorry to say you are mistaken. The world is not going to be a better place, and things are not going to get easier. I promise you they're not. See, you have to get harder. You have to get tougher. Aren't you tired of working? Aren't you tired of clocking into your 9 to 5? Aren't you tired of not making at least $10,000 a month? There's an old saying that good things come to people who wait. No, they don't. That's a lie. Good things come to people who go. Fucking go, bro. You gotta go. We gotta go. You cannot do the same things that you did yesterday and expect to get better results today. That's not how it works. That's the definition of insanity, supposedly. I will be the first to admit that I have gotten on the horse and fallen off the horse multiple times. And there was a period for a while where I was in two different places at once, kind of. I was in this painful purgatory where I was wanting to move forward, and then the person that I was or that I used to be was holding me back. So I would get on a roll for a little while, and then what would happen is I would start to slip back into my old habits. And it was like this teeter-totter effect that was going on for the better part of a year. And I finally just decided I have to pick one, and I've picked one. I've got to improve. We have got to improve. Fellas, you got to put the porn down. You got to put the pornography down. You got to put the weed down. You got to put the liquor down. You got to get your dick out of your hand and focus on something for once in your fucking life. I know you don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. But we have to do it. It has to be done. It has to be done. There's no other alternative. The thing is, once you get going and once you get that momentum train rolling, you're unstoppable. Do what you don't feel like doing right now so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor later. We got to come together and we got to make this shit happen, bro. Nobody's going to do it other than you. Nobody can make it happen. No one is going to come drag you out of bed and force you to work hard. It does not work like that. You have got to get yourself out of bed. You got to crawl if you have to. You're allowed to bitch. You're allowed to cuss. You're allowed to yell. But you're not allowed to not do it. Be sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell so that every time I upload, you won't miss a video. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I love you. You're a great person. and I know you're capable of great things. You just have to believe in you.